Hi, everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 317. Back down in the basement to talk about another week of professional wrestling, focusing mostly on AEW Dynamite. I said one of my descriptions, I put a deep dive into AEW Dynamite, shallow dive into NXT, and then maybe dip our toes in main roster stuff, maybe not even.
It's all pool.
Yeah, all pool references, right? Because if it comes off the deep dive and then everything comes from there. So timestamps, if you want to find anything, there'll be some trivia, there'll be some news, there'll be some banter as we get into talking about this. So last week we recorded at my peak time, which was like early afternoon. And this week, my
answer back with the opposite.
least favorite time, late at night. But
yeah, hang on. How much I hang on. Usually, like right now is my time where I'm fine. It's usually once we get to the parts that I don't
that you're exhausted.
Go heavy on that I'm like
for Highspots and Restholds, he'll be barely conscious.
I'll be like yawning on every other word probably.
But we got a busy weekend planned, right? We're getting ready for you to start your second year university, so
Where are you calling?
I'm driving a U-Haul for an hour and a half tomorrow up to your place to unload some of your.
Are you gonna take it up the back roads? Because that sounds terrible.
I don't know. We'll see.
That sounds
moving
awful.
A bunch of stuff, and then you are working for the cousins.
Yep.
This weekend at a festival or something.
I'm getting paid to drive, basically.
Helping with their bubble tea.
I think I'm just driving back and forth when and if they need it.
Cool.
So it's like I'm
sure you can help out doing other stuff too.
Yeah, like I remember like what they were saying because like they were running the festival fine, so I'm sure like they don't need much help doing that. It's literally just like they would rather
we ran out of this,
pay
go
a driver,
get this.
Yeah, or like ice and stuff.
Yeah,
and yeah. So as long as they can hook me up, as long as I can get music playing in the car, I really don't care.
Oh my god, just give it up. Just if you don't have to drive 10 minutes without your music, you will survive.
I'm driving constantly.
Wow. Oh my god, driving without music's impossible.
No, driving with shitty music's impossible.
Just put on the radio. You got the
shitty music.
There's actually a good station. It's retro alternative up there, up that way. And today you went downtown, met a friend from the other side of the city, met up.
Is that Mississauga? Sure.
Yeah, you're north. We're north of the city. He's west.
Sure.
You guys took public transit?
I don't know directions.
Buses and trains?
I honestly don't think I remember last time I took the subway.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I took it recently with your brother.
I didn't.
And his friends, I think. But yeah, so you went downtown, ended up in Koreatown, it looks like.
Yep. It was.
Went for lunch. Your mother was very envious of your
lunch. I think it was like a dinner. Or it was like 4 or 5-ish. Yeah, it was like
whatever it was.
Dinner-ish. Bibimbap, and then I like ate most of it, and then I was kind of full, and then we walked a little bit, and I worked it off, so I ate a Korean corn dog, as one does.
Nice.
Like I just got like the straight cheese one, because like the cheese in those is so good. Just like the cheese pull.
I don't know if I've had one. I might have tried yours at the Korean festival.
Yeah, because that's the only time I remember having one. Like I know you've been there when I've had one.
I did go for a Korean barbecue the other night because your mom and I had our 20th anniversary.
We passed the Dal Dongne, but it was not the one you're
There's a
eating.
bunch of them.
Okay, because I was gonna say I knew there was one you're eating.
And so we went out for a nice Korean dinner, and then we went out to a comedy show where there were 8 people.
There's probably more people in the front, like one singular front row of GCW.
So
you know what I mean?
We joke about this studio being tiny. The room where this comedy show was in was maybe twice the size, and that's it. And so there's 3 comedians. They each did a set of maybe 15 minutes. And one of them was like from Canada's Got Talent, like a Golden Buzzer winner. So from Golden Buzzer winner on that to
Golden Buzzer doesn't necessarily mean you won the thing. Though.
And it might have been not for comedy. I don't know. Like
that's also true.
Right?
Well, because Golden Buzzer just means like one of the judges like you enough to like straight, like
push you straight to the
finals. Shoot you straight to like the finals or whatever it is. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean it was comedy. It doesn't necessarily mean you won.
So I wouldn't say any of the comedians were awesome, but we still had a good time. And it was tough because I like going to comedy shows, but I want to sit where I'm not going to be involved in the show. And in a room with 8 people, that's pretty impossible to do. And the only person of non-Asian heritage in the room as well. So I stuck out. Everybody had to be part of the show a little bit. But anyways, we had a good time. So I don't know. Anything else you want to discuss? I want to get this party started.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I guess
What?
it's wrestling related, but
Okay.
full disclosure, I haven't watched the Continental Cup matches I said I was going to watch.
I don't know if you've ever said yes when I said you have.
It's not really anything.
But I imagine, are you going to try still?
Yeah.
You don't sound committed to it.
Well, because I said I was gonna and then I didn't. So now it's like if I don't, then I still haven't and it's fine.
That is true.
I don't know. I do want to because I heard good things about Ace Austin Claudio.
And I started the G1 because I've off of Ghost Jam's recommendations, but I fell asleep before Takeshita Tsuji, so I got to go back to that.
I should watch.
I watched the first half of that night, and I actually
Maybe wait and I'll watch it with you because otherwise, if you don't make me watch it, I probably won't watch it.
And I finally tried to watch the Stardom event. He's so highly recommended, but I could not access it, unfortunately. So, anyways, but anyways, I say we get to talking about some wrestling. Yeah. We'll do that now. First segment every week. You know what it is: news and rumors. First thing, even though I'm going to talk about it when it gets to NXT, the best news of this week, do you know what I'm going to say?
I know what you're going to say.
Is that the Speed title, at least the women's, is, I think, going away. Now, all we know is that they are unifying the North American and the Speed. But if they make the decision to keep the Speed and have the North American evaporate, that would be nonsense.
To me, it's like, it's probably going to be the equivalent of when, in 2002, when Rob Van Dam unified the hardcore title and the European title into his one. It's like, we're going to keep the more mainstay belts, and we're just going to use it to absolve the less important, like more, not novelty belts, but like the hardcore title is kind of a novelty belt, like the Speed belt, where it's like it serves a different niche, and the European title is just a unnecessary mid-card belt, right?
And the Speed title's niche made sense, and then they stopped
letting it make sense. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's really just like a more simple in kayfabe way to retire, because they say like, oh, they're going to absolve its lineage. They just get rid of that lineage.
Yes.
Because the only time they've really like unified belts and kept both lineages was with the Undisputed Universal title and the Undisputed Tag titles in like the last few years. But even then, they ended up splitting the tag titles back. So is it really unification? No, because like that's the AEW's unified belt. That's stupid. It's not unified. That belt is still dumb.
This is going to be an absorption, hopefully.
That's the North basically just what
absorbs the other one.
It's basically just having a match where they can kill off a belt, and then you get to have that debate where, so if Zarya wins and absorbs that belt,
she does.
Is she the last Speed champion? No.
Who cares? I don't even think they want that.
No,
in canon
but like
anymore.
It's just because everyone debates, like everyone says like Rob Van Dam's the last European champion. No, he's not.
I wouldn't waste any time considering it.
Because he never actually defends a belt. Or like when they unified the NXT UK belts. Braun Breaker's not the last NXT UK champion. That's not right. Because then we're saying Mandy Rose is the last NXT UK women's champion. That's just ridiculous.
So I'm hoping to hear the same about the men soon.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
I know.
First of all, who has the North American?
Miles Bourne, I know that.
And who has the Speed?
Lexus King.
Yes, correct.
That took me a second.
So that
because I was gonna say the masked French dude, but I forgot he got injured.
Oh yeah, he's been gone.
Yeah,
Lafleur.
Yeah, because he did hold it.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Unfortunately, reports say the other team's likely not to be added to the World Tag Title match at All In. I kind of figured once they started doing the build, like it feels like it's just gonna be the 2-on-2 now, which sucks. It just sucks because like that's the hope I was pushing for a while, was like the big TLC type match.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll do that for like Copeland and retirement or something. Maybe that's how they'll go out, or maybe that's just not something that's on the cards. I don't know. I hope they find the Machine Guns something worthwhile to do because they haven't had a match yet.
You're very hopeful for them, and I think you're going to be disappointed.
I just want to see them wrestle. I don't really need them to
I don't know if you're gonna, unless you watch Collision.
I guess.
I don't know. We'll see where they end up.
They haven't appeared again yet. And then New Day if they show up, which I'll talk more about.
Yep. There's some speculation about that when we get to Dynamite, probably. Yeah. It kind of makes sense when we get there.
I didn't even think about it in the moment. Then I saw it after. I was like, yeah, that's got to be it.
So I saw reports for the next two challengers for Roman Reigns. They are?
Penta and LA Knight.
So this begs the question for me. There's zero chance either of those two beat Roman Reigns.
No.
Who is there that they could put in there that has a chance?
Oba. But not now. So
right.
I don't know who you do till then.
It's either Roman, Oba, Cody, Punk. Those are your only options in the company.
Punk's the other champion and Cody's on SmackDown, so that eliminates 2 of your picks right there.
And at least Oba's a new guy.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I would have said Breaker, but they've ruined him. And I would have said Dom, but they've also kind
So
of killed him off as well.
it's
They've successfully de-pushed two of the guys that were easy to push.
It's a combination of they built Reigns up into this super mega ultra star, and
Because they've also gone back to put him where he was as champion before. We're just doing the same thing again.
and they've done next to nothing to get anyone
anyone
new
else.
ready, other than Oba, who all just continue to say he's undeniable. They can't really screw him up.
But then, like, Breaker and Dom, they, like, somehow managed to kill their momentum.
Dom's like 0-12 or something.
Dom lost to Danhausen.
I know. I love it.
And Braun Breaker's like, Braun Breaker looks miserable right now. Have you seen it? Like, he looks miserable. And, like, with Roman, it's like, with LA Knight, it bothers me because people are like, they're doing this feud on Raw with LA Knight and Roman. They're acting like this didn't happen already. This happened 3 years ago.
And
he lost when he was actually hot, and he lost.
And he's not, I don't think he's the case of, well, you got over organically, so they're punishing you. He is exactly the same as when they signed him. They knew this is what they were getting.
He got more over for a while.
This is more of the, you made your name somewhere else. You're not one of us. So that's what's holding him back.
I don't know what it is, because he wasn't even like that big of a name anywhere else.
He was.
He wasn't that big in TNA.
He was pretty big.
I don't think he was.
And other places too. Yeah, he was, and he was always touted as like a perfect fit for WWE.
I guess, but then,
and he's exactly the same. It's not like he got over once he got there. He's the same character. It's just they can't buy into him because he made his name.
And now he's old, and I don't know. Like, I don't even know why they're bothering putting him back in the main event scene, because it's really a waste of time, I think.
And then, he botches all the time. Okay, well, Jade Cargill. So clearly, botching a lot is not like the determinant of you having a championship.
Clearly not.
Right? So.
And Penta, poor Penta.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. And they're going back with the bloodline stuff, because I'll mention a thing on Raw, because I don't know if you'll talk about it, but it's just on my mind right now.
That's fine.
I told you, like, they had a match. I think the main event was Jay and Solo. Whoopee.
I was going to mention it, but go ahead.
And basically it was either they have to leave Solo alone, or Jay wins, he brings it back in the bloodline.
No, the phrasing was,
he'll deliver him to Roman.
But I don't know if they're like saying he's fully in, or
I think it's like Fatu. He has to fall in line now.
That's the words I think.
Yes.
Fall in line with.
So that means he's in the bloodline, just not willingly. But now Fatu is there willingly, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, now basically Solo's back in the bloodline. So now we've successfully reformed the 2023 era bloodline, or 2022, 2023 era bloodline. Minus Sami Zayn, you basically subbed in Sami Zayn for Jacob Fatu, which is funny because you had the OG bloodline feud with the new bloodline, which had Fatu, so now it's like, now he's there. And I was saying to you, not only have we now reverted the bloodline back to what it was, almost completely, you've also now enlisted, I think they've enlisted Solo to fill the Sami Zayn comedic role, because Solo is actually kind of funny, and he's like getting over as a face now, so now he's going to fill kind of the Sami Zayn role
on his own, so be careful though.
Solo. To a much lesser effect.
Yeah.
Like, it's so...
People are loving Solo right now, so it should be a Solo, like, doesn't want to be there and fights them from within. But
it's so mind-numbing how they've gone back to this, and I can't.
It is not very creative.
I can't care. It's so ridiculous. Like, it's everything they've done already. And again, they're still trying to have their cake and eat it too with the Usos, where like you do the entrance and they're supposed to be like, you're supposed to get all hyped to them, you know,
but they're heels.
But they're heels. And they'll do the yeet, you buy the merch, but they're heels. And now Jay's new catchphrase is like, this your warning shot, and he'll go like, bow. And it's like,
oh my God.
It's so dumb. Like, Solo rightfully mocks it, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
But Jay is so...
but the kids terrible. Love it. The kids love it.
Remember, I miss when Jay... Because when Jay was like a serious character in the Bloodline, I thought he was awesome.
Mm-hmm. There were times.
And also when they were a good tag
Everybody
team,
in there was awesome.
They're not... I don't know. Like, there was a time where I think if you wanted to say the Usos were better than the Young Bucks, I would have maybe agreed with you, but I don't think I can say that now.
I don't think I would have. I wouldn't have ridiculed you, but I wouldn't have agreed with you.
But like... Because they used to be... Well, they used to be such good characters. They used to be way better characters than the Bucks.
Yeah.
And they had some killer matches that we liked.
The problem is
terrible.
When you're in the bloodline, you come off as a secondary character to the immense whatever of Roman Reigns. So
that didn't even stop them for a time though, and I don't know. It's just not there anymore. And now, as you'll talk about NXT, it's never gonna end.
Nope, never gonna end. And I'll mention him in my news too. I don't know. Did you do that one or was that me?
I don't even know.
Whose turn is it? I did Penta reports of
That
Penta night.
is,
So
so
that's
then
you.
it's me. New Day report they expected to sign with AEW imminently. No surprise there. And Kofi has trademarked a couple names. He trademarked, I think it's Kofi Sarkodie Mensah. And then he also trademarked KSM, so I'm assuming that'll be his name now. And then I'm willing to bet Woods will use his real name, Austin Creed.
Yeah. Which he did in wherever he was, TNA?
Consequences Creed.
Oh, yeah, it was Consequences Creed.
Yeah.
That's right. Cool. Did you see where Malachi Black has landed?
Malachi Black. MLW.
Progress Wrestling, for now.
That makes sense.
He's going to compete in their upcoming Odyssey tour, whatever that means. So he's there for at least a stretch, which, yeah, that does make sense, it seems to me.
Yeah.
Because I think the bridges are kind of burned in AEW, and clearly WWE doesn't want him, so...
Yeah. And, like, I feel like he would have decent success in New Japan, but they're AEW affiliated, so I feel like he's got a ceiling, kind of, and then, I don't know, he could do TNA, I guess.
And I think people are just tired of whatever his issue is. Like, you can just not deal with him, you know?
He has his fans, but who doesn't, really?
I loved him. I have a t-shirt upstairs of his.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Last one was apparently Ace Austin impressing in AEW, and apparently he turned a lot of eyes backstage with the C3 match he had with Claudio on Collision.
Yeah,
like
he's great. Do they not watch wrestling? They don't know he's good? Yeah, he's good.
I guess he's just been showing out. Like,
he's just deaf as a character and talking.
Yeah. I don't think he's the worst on the mic. Like, he's fine. It did make me giggle. I saw like the Bang Bang Gang promo after Jay White won his cup match, and they called him Lord Larquad.
Yeah, that is.
Instead of like Farquad from Shrek.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's good. I love Ace Austin. He had some matches this year, but I thought he really showed it. Like, he had that really good one with Mox, and then I don't remember what else it was, but he's
been having matches like forever.
Done a ton since he came in, but he's in that AR Fox role I like, where like he doesn't win a lot, but I always like watching him. And,
always fun to watch.
And I don't expect a ton for him, so I'm kind of okay with it.
Yep.
And I like him in the Bang Bang Gang just because he has the Bullet Club history, and it gets him on TV more. It's kind of like JD McDonough on the Judgment Day, except Ace Austin's not eating pins all the time.
No.
And
his head's normal size.
Yeah. His quads aren't.
My God.
And I mean, I guess he does eat pins in singles matches, but I mean, like, JD McDonough eats pins in matches all the time where he doesn't have to eat the pin.
Yeah.
So that's worse to me. Like, you can lose singles matches all the time, and at least like you're getting a singles match. But JD McDonough will lose. Like, they could have a 12-man tag.
Everything.
JD McDonough still gets pinned.
Of course he does.
Like, I don't know.
I have a few more. They're quick though. Eric Bischoff, of all people, defends WWE over their high ticket prices. So here's a guy that's in touch with reality and not tone deaf at all. Ready? Quote, "You're always going to have people complaining about the price of the tickets, but tough. You know, get an extra job, save some money up.
Get an extra job.
Quit drinking 3 packs of Mountain Dew during the week and throw a couple bucks in a jar and you'll be able to afford to go whatever." Great. Like, you're just so in touch with the common person, Eric Bischoff. Just get another job. Bischoff. Stop drinking your Mountain Dew.
Because, yeah, okay.
It costs so much. Irritated me, so I wanted to share that with you.
That's just, I hate Bischoff.
Jordan Grace has been banned from Cage Match. Did you see that?
What? How does that even, what?
So apparently she was going on, I don't know, I think it's in character, and giving all of her opponents 1-star match ratings, and they like track that and don't like it. If you're like spiteful or doing it, whatever, they try and catch you. So that's what she claims she's banned from. And the last one, not to spoil NXT, but Zilla Fatu, I'm sure you all know, he showed up on NXT this week. So I somehow came across the description for his t-shirt that's already out, and I thought it was amazing. Ready?
Okay.
Quote, "Has another future Bloodline member arrived at the Black and Gold brand? Zilla Fatu steps into the NXT spotlight, and this t-shirt lets fans mark the moment before the bell even rings. The bold, weathered graphic commands the chest with tribal-inspired detailing, while the NXT mark on the back keeps the brand front and center for debut night. Built in a classic fit with room to move and a ribbed collar for lasting shape retention, this one's made to be worn from the entrance ramp to the front row. Grab it now and be ready to rep Zilla Fatu as his next chapter kicks off."
Awesome.
Are you on there ordering it right now? Probably.
I'll look it up right now.
I feel like they're gonna steal my reading of that, and it's gonna actually be like they just take that and
They'll have like a speak option on the website. It's just that, and you see a royalty check come in.
I thought that was hilarious. Tribal inspired detailing.
Let me look at it.
Go look at it. There was a picture. I didn't include it.
I think I've seen it already. Because I think I saw it on Instagram, but let me see if I can find it. I'm sure it's like in New Arrivals or something. Is it?
You'll notice the tribal inspired detailing. It'll jump right out at you.
Detailing. Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up on here because I don't see it.
Classic room to move.
Scylla, can I can't even. Oh, there it is.
Anyways,
I got it.
You like
it's
it?
literally just his name on the front, but like
in a tribal inspired detailing.
The Z has like tribal pattern. Yeah. Can I see if is the description on here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, there's the exact thing. Yeah.
That's great, eh?
That's awesome.
I was working on my voiceover skills for that.
Yeah, they're really like, did you practice that in the mirror or something?
No, that was just off the top of the dome. So if you want to hire
off
me
the top of your head
for voiceovers, just reach out to me. I'll voice over whatever you want. But anyways, that's it for news. We'll get into the deep dive portion of the show, and that's taking a look at Wednesday's edition of AEW Dynamite. Back to watching Dynamite live this week together. And I think I remember most of it, but go ahead and remind me.
I think I remember most of it. Good job. You nailed it.
2 days ago, from 2 days ago.
Yeah, so we hear from Will Ospreay first. He's in the ring. He's talking about how happy he was and he was so honored to wrestle in Arena Mexico. And he talks about his first time in Arena Mexico last year. He found out his grandfather just passed away just before, and how he was sad he would never be there to see him get married. I don't know. I saw someone say they thought that his grandpa died this year. I don't know if it was this year or last year.
I don't know.
His grandpa died. I don't know.
True story.
He says there's a responsibility to give his best in AEW regardless of how he's feeling. He says he was 25 days out from the biggest match of his life, and he was in a Mexico City street fight because he's here to set an example. He knows Omega was watching at home, and he says by the end of his match last week, Kenny should realize he's going to be pulling the trigger. He calls out Omega since he knows he's here, but we get Donathan Callis instead because I guess we're running this back.
Seemed odd for a minute to me. Like,
I agree. I mean, it kind of just made sense. It's like it was just a beatdown thing, but
it was made to get Kenny out there, right? That was in my
I believe so.
Yeah.
Callis says neither of them were on the first AEW show, which was in Vegas, but they were both watching. Ospreay was watching because he was excited to compete, and Callis was excited to exploit it, which I liked. He did that with Kenny. He recounts how they screwed Mox to win the world title. He says they went on the run of a lifetime, and then Omega made a critical error and thought he could do it alone. I thought he was going to do like the thing he said about Brody King, where he's like, then he made a mistake and thought he could think for himself or something. I thought that would have been funny. And so he had to remind Omega who his real daddy is. He's done more damage to Kenny's life than diverticulitis ever could. Apparently that's why, did you see that? Apparently that's why he was kept off the Mexico show last week, because apparently like AEW stars have a history of like getting sick in Mexico, and like even if they eat like nice food and whatever, it's just like it just tends to happen there, right?
Yeah.
So I guess they didn't want to risk it with Omega's
diverticulitis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. He says around the time he turned on Omega is when he brought Ospreay here, and he helped him achieve his lifetime goal of being Omega with him in his corner. And he also notes that when Ospreay lost to Omega, he was in Omega's corner, which is, those are both true things.
True facts.
He says Ospreay has him to thank for everything, and now he thinks he can do it on his own. And he says the road ahead is paved in blood. Ospreay's blood, RPG Vice attack from behind. Then we get Davis and Doyle as well. Omega's music hits. He walks. He kind of takes his time to come out, right?
Yes.
And then he beats down everyone with a pipe and kind of like feigns a shot to Ospreay and says he felt that because Ospreay, when he talks from his heart, he has a way with words. But our problem is he wears his heart on his sleeve and he feels, but he doesn't think. He warned Ospreay about Callis and he warned Ospreay about Mox. His MJF has both their problems, but this has all made Ospreay sloppy and he will lose everything. This isn't the man he wants to fight in Wembley, and he extends his hand to lift Ospreay up and says he can't help him like this again. From here, it's just them. Ospreay takes the mic back to say he appreciates the help, but he didn't ask for it, and he won't need it. And then he says thank you, and that's all we do.
I get what they were doing here, right? You have Babyface comes out and does generic Babyface stuff, like Grandpa died, pander a little bit. Callis comes out, which seems kind of disjointed, but I guess the point is they needed to get a beatdown on Ospreay to get the whole Kenny coming in. And the point is Ospreay doesn't fully trust Kenny or want his help, and we as the audience aren't totally sure what Kenny's deal is either, right? So I don't know. I just felt like this was kind of uninspired way to do. I get what they wanted to do, and they did it, but
yeah,
like I don't.
This felt a lot less inspired than
Yes, previous
a couple
stuff,
weeks ago.
Yes, very
right?
much so.
Like, because they've done this before, and it usually doesn't bother me. And I wouldn't say it bothered me here. It just felt more noticeable, like where they just insert Callis back to be a thorn on these guys' sides for like one more time. Like they've done this with Omega before, and they've done it with Ospreay before, I feel like. And it's not usually a problem. Again, I don't think it's a major problem here. It just, like you said, it does feel a little uninspired.
It feels like they worked backwards from, we want Kenny to save Ospreay. How do we get there? And then this was like the best idea they had, and it's not great.
I feel like you could have done this with the Death Riders, but I imagine we're probably going to pick up that angle in a different way, so I get why we didn't do that.
Yeah.
I honestly would have just rather have a different heel group come out than to be the Callis guys, because like you could have just had someone pick up beef with Ospreay just for this time.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, it sets up a Dynamite match next week. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I thought Ospreay's promo was good. I thought the bit with Omega was good. It was just Callis is it's a whatever way to kind of get to that.
And
point.
I think Omega's doing a really good job of like walking the line a little bit. Like, you know, like I told you about Moxley. I told you about Callis. And like, I want to fight the best version of you, but I can't keep saving you, sort of thing.
Yeah,
you gotta
I like
start
that.
using your head a little bit.
And I do think Omega's kind of leaning heel.
I do too. He's going to have to.
I think so, right? It's kind of like when you had Swerve Danielson.
It's in like, Ospreay's home.
Yeah.
He's going to win the title for the first time. It's going to be nuts. Kenny has to sort of be ambiguous or lean heel.
I feel like we're going to, because it seemed more heelish the last segment they had, but I feel like now we're kind of going more ambiguous, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
I feel like once we get to once we're in the actual match, you'll have to go a little more heelish.
He will. Because
then it's like Omega is showing that killer instinct, and that's going to push Ospreay to do it, and then Ospreay pulls the trigger in the end, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of got to do that to push it there. Then we get a recap of the C3 matches on Collision. Claudio beat Ace Austin, Cassie beat Matt Sydal, who's there, and Eddie Kingston beat Jake Doyle. So they're all in. We don't know who they're facing because that's how the tournament works.
Right.
And then I think we have 2 cup matches tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's Switchblade Finlay and Mox Perry, they've held all the singles belts together.
That was a weirdly phrased.
And they mentioned it on Instagram too. So like I feel like I've heard that.
2 guys who have held all the belts collectively.
Yeah.
They needed to add a detail there.
Yeah, which I do think is interesting because I'm pretty sure if you think about it, they're the only combination that would work for that.
Really?
Well, because unless you were to go with, because I don't think has anyone held the TNT International Continental? I don't think so. And then no one who's held the national title has held any other singles title other than Perry, because Davis and Ricochet and Andrade have all had other singles titles, and then there's only been 3 Continental champions.
Mm.
So you've got 2 belts with only like a few champions each, and then there's a lot of one-off champions between like each belt. Like not many people have won multiple singles belts, so like I feel like.
Yeah, that might be their only combination.
Also, with the world title is a very selective list, right? So I feel like this might be your only combination. Maybe you could do Darby and somebody, but again, even then, Darby's only held 2 singles titles, just multiple times the TNT title. Anyways, it was an interesting tagline, but we'll talk about that match later. We get a recap of MJF's return last week, because then we get the 3-way for the number 2 spot in the gauntlet match, which is MJF, Speedball, and Nicholas Wayne.
I wonder who will win.
Yeah. If only they had told us last week. MJF's coming out wearing the Triple B.
And his legs heavily taped, right?
It was like that before he left. I guess I'm not surprised it's still like that. He wasn't gone for crazy long, I feel like. He threatens Justin Roberts, so he'll announce him as the one true world champion. And apparently his shirt says "better than you" in Spanish, which was funny.
Nice.
And because I was surprised there was no angle at all here. Apparently Andrade has scheduled time off this week.
He did. I saw that too.
Yeah. Anyways, MJF ducks out of the ring right away, and he gets on commentary, takes Shivani's headset to say some words. We got Wayne with a clean tope to Speedball. Speedball pump kick to knock Wayne off the apron. The triangle moonsault to the floor. Brief Nick Wayne MJF alliance. He tells Nick Wayne to hit a sick move, which I thought was funny. And then he hits sliced bread, and then MJF pin speedball. Wayne's like, what the hell? So that alliance kind of dissolves. Then Speedball hits the falling moonsault slam to MJF for 2. Speedball with a Falcon Arrow to Wayne, then a Shooting Star for 2. Wayne cuts off Speedball's corner, tornado kick with a roundhouse. Prodigy Plex for 2. MJF breaks the pin. MJF powerbomb backbreaker Nick Wayne. Speedball breaks the pin at 2 with the running Shooting Star like onto both of them, which I thought was kind of cool. MJF with the powerbomb. Nope, I already read that. There we go. Ultimate weapon to Nick Wayne. MJF throws Speedball out of there. Submits Wayne salted there, so MJF qualifies. No surprise. He cut a quick promo there. He basically did like a fake out with Andrade's music, and then he said Ospreay and Omega are gonna find out he's the one true champion because that's his thing now. I saw like something going around where he has like an OTC shirt, which is like obviously Roman's thing.
Funny.
Apparently, it's not real.
Yeah.
So
still be funny if it was.
It would be.
I thought it was a good match. A little bit different for a triple threat because this was the story of like cerebral heel MJF, right? Just getting out of the way and letting the two young guys
like that.
Beat the hell out of each other and waiting for his chance to pin either one of them. So it kind of made it feel different from the standard triple threat match. Bailey and Wayne, that also like it left them lots of time to do stuff, and they're really good at doing stuff. So and MJF just kind of got to relax, heal it up, and then sneak in and kind of win it. So I thought it was really good action from mostly Speedball and Nick Wayne, and just a good mix with MJF. Just really,
and I kind of pointed out to you too. They must be liking Nick Wayne's work right now.
Yeah, he's getting a bit more. I did miss the energy of the crowd from last week in Mexico, but I thought this was a good triple threat.
Yeah, it's the third week in a row we've had a fun triple threat on TV. It's kind of a new formula. I doubt we'll see it again next week. Like it kind of made sense to do it the last 2 weeks for the qualifiers, and then the Andrade one was random. I wouldn't be mad if we got another one next week. But like I thought this was another enjoyable one. There's just such a fun dynamic that's not always in TV's matches with these kind of matches. Hopefully the 4-way with the women next week is like that, but probably not the same.
Yeah, probably not.
And Nick Wayne gets another good showing here, so I'm glad for him. And he even got like he looked good with his offense again, but having that alliance with MJF during the match kind of gave him a bit more spotlight. And aside from just action, it was like a bit more of like.
But then he also
character stuff
because he's super young. He looks naive, like as if you didn't think MJF was going to steal a pin as soon as he could, right?
And I kind of noted that he's not coming out with the matriarch anymore, so it feels like we kind of silently killed that off, and that's probably for the best.
Yeah, that's
for him.
true. She's missing.
She's not here. Kip Sabian's not here.
Right.
That's a problem. Divine Dominion cut a promo in the Brawling Birds bar. They basically like talked down to them for being British stereotypes, which I thought was kind of funny, and how they campaigned for a title shot. Being undefeated means nothing if they haven't faced them, and the Birds' greatest moment will be their greatest massacre, and they toast to the Birds because they had a good run.
I like this. Smash the mugs on the ground.
It was simple. Yeah, I thought this was good. It was better than the nonsensical Birds promo.
Yeah, like it was pretty simple and straightforward and not groundbreaking, but at least they did something. And again, I say it every week, this match should feel more important than it does, but I guess they're trying something here. It was pretty simple, but like again, I'm pretty sure this match is going to be really good.
I think the match will be good, but that's never the worry with the women's matches. It's usually pretty good.
We needed more story to sink our teeth into, I think, other than we're big and dominant and you guys haven't lost either. Like that is a fine story to tell, but something else along with it would have helped me, I think. Because
I agree.
I kind of like everybody involved.
I don't like. I feel like and the Birds, their promos are not they don't feel serious enough.
And if it's like, yeah, we're undefeated too, but I don't remember you guys having a ton of matches either. So you being undefeated, it's not like you're 25-0 or something.
And it was also like they've had a decent amount of matches, but most of them were enhancement. The ones with the Birds, at least I remember, and also they've been doing single stuff recently, so their undefeatedness isn't as recent.
Right.
Then we get the Bang Bang Gang being interviewed by Foley.
I don't like him interviewing people.
It's whatever. It's not my favorite.
Don't think it's a role for him.
I don't know.
But anyways.
It's fine. White says the stars aligned perfectly for his return for Forbidden Door, but since then the Dogs and Death Riders have gotten the best of them. Mox and Finley's days are numbered. He's beaten Finley countless times and he will again, and he prays Mox makes it to the finals so he can beat him for the Continental Championship. Guns up. Never bad promo from Switchblade. I always love his. He's great. I'm glad he didn't die at Redemption. And I don't know what we're doing if the finals are in Mox and Switchblade.
I think they are. And I thought this was nice. Switchblade sounded good, and there's already the stakes of a tournament match, but now there's also like reminder that these guys have a pretty serious history with each other, right? And yeah, he sounds good.
Yeah, because they made the point that they came up at the same time in the dojo, I think, right?
And this was one of those, I like when people have a focused promo instead of saying general generic stuff. He has
or like
specific things.
See you on Collision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, next we get Switchblade versus David Finlay in the Continental Challenge Cup first round. It's the C3.
It is.
I think Excalibur actually called the C3 at one point.
I think they're supposed to.
Oh yeah. Switchblade's still wearing like the baggy jogger pants, but now he's got white boots.
I didn't hate the pants this time.
No, because these are the ones he wore before he wore the stupid pants.
Fairly normal.
I don't like them as much as his tights, and that's what everyone's been saying. So I've literally seen like a lot of comments. It's really funny because usually these are the kind of things only I get up in arms about, but like people have actually noticed. Like they'll be like, I don't love the Switchblade joggers. Like they're telling him to go back, and I'm like, it's weird. I don't know if I mentioned it to you or not.
Maybe he had to skip leg day to get his upper body good after rehab, and eventually they'll be back.
Maybe. I don't hate them as much as I did when he first came back.
I didn't like the ones on the pay-per-view. I didn't mind the ones on Dynamite.
That couldn't have been intentional. I refuse to believe those pants were intentional because like him wearing just plain white pants and cowboy boots is so not Switchblade. Like there's no way that was on purpose.
I don't know. We've talked so much about Switchblade's pants. I don't know.
I don't like these. I don't love these ones still, but I'm coming around on a bit. The white boots were a nice touch though.
Didn't even remember him.
Switchblade hit a middle rope Hurricane Rana. That really surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
And he closed on Finlay out of the ring. Suplex in the corner, like the hatchet suplex, I think. The Uranagi backbreaker from Finlay for 2. I don't remember seeing a Switchblade Uranagi, which is disappointing. I love this from Switchblade, the flatliner into the deadlift German for 2. That always looks really cool because he comes down so quick on the flatliner, and then the deadlift German's really impressive for him because he doesn't do a lot of things like that. And he ends up hitting Rochambeau, like Stark's finish.
Yep.
Stark's old finish, which is Paul White was on commentary. He was fine.
Uninspired. He just sounds like he's putting in hours.
He sounded like he was bored, yeah.
Yeah.
He said it was the same move that Finlay did, and it's a similar move, yes, but Finlay's is more just like Farouk Dominator than Rochambeau. Finlay counters Blade Runner into the Patella drop brainbuster for 2.
That looks
Trio
good.
short arm lariats from Finlay, and then Switchblade counters Finlay's finisher. It's like that suplex. It's like that gourd buster into like the GTS kind of thing. Into a really lightning quick Blade Runner, and Switchblade gets the win.
Yeah, I thought the match was good. I was hoping for even better, but I thought it was good.
I thought it was much better than the chain match.
Way better. Good back and forth. Kind of felt like it was just starting to build, and then it kind of ended.
I thought it was a good TV match. I think if you gave them more time and maybe even a pay-per-view slot, they could have a better match. But I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
It was the right outcome for sure.
Yeah, there's no universe
match
where Finlay should be winning this, obviously. It doesn't say much to say it's better than the chain match, but I did actually like this, so I'll say that's definitely an improvement over the chain.
Yeah, it was a good match for sure. I just, with all of their history and everything else, I was hoping for something like just an epic TV match, and I didn't get that, but it was definitely good.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really glad the Scary Dominator spot from the chain match didn't take Switchblade out because, like, it just feels like he comes back and he's out, and then so it really could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Some really guys
did. It was close.
He continues to look strong. Like, I thought he looked really good here. I think giving him the last couple of weeks off was nice, though. I'm glad they gave him that time off just to make sure because I do think TK definitely likes him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's had some good like big moments and whatever, but it's just he's kind of been like Pac and like some of those guys who just get like that unlucky timing, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I'm glad he's back, and I'm glad he seems to be having some prominent direction for All In. Like that's really good. No surprise with the result, like you said, and I think the only logical option has to be him and Mox.
I think so
because I was positive that he was going to come back and feud with Mox right away. I don't hate that they went the dog's direction because that gave him something to just kind of sink his teeth into before going after like a big dog like Mox. Obviously, didn't pan out with us getting that match.
Did not,
but that's okay. I did have one scary thought, though. They point out Nigel's in the cup, and he is a British boy, so that's a little concerning to me.
Yep.
But I think him winning the cup would be a terrible idea. If you want him to go to the semis and lose to Switchblade and Mox, I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah.
But he can't be in the finals.
I hope not. I don't really want to see him on a grand scale like that.
No
offense. I used to think he was great, but
like Switchblade has a extra guy with Mox, not just because the Death Riders have been like affiliated with the Dogs lately, but like the Death Riders and kayfabe took Switchblade out because
That's
Switchblade
right.
and Copeland had that alliance against the Death Riders, right? So you have to do Switch versus Mox in the finals. But I'm really excited because that's a big match. I don't think that's really been done before, other than the first C2. Because remember the first C2, I want to say Switchblade either went undefeated or only lost one match. Remember though, in Gold League, Swerve, Mox, and Switchblade tied, and so we had that cool 3-way semifinal. Because I remember that. I just remember that being really awesome. I remember because he had he switched his knee pads one week.
Sure.
Like
We're
he
back
usually,
to talking
usually
about
has
his
the
leg
tally
wear.
marks
Here we go.
on his right knee.
All roads
and
lead to Jay White's legs.
BC
guys.
era on his left knee.
Sure.
And the 1 week he switched it, and I
Oh
was
my
like, "That's
God,
weird.
that's
He's
crazy.
never done that."
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was weird. I'll talk
Everyone's
more.
talking about it.
This won't be the last time I talk about footwear on the show.
Many
so.
people were saying.
See, that's the level of how we're into this, because that was one gear switch, almost 3 years ago on a random Dynamite. I remember that.
Sure.
I don't know how, but that's how we roll. Then we hear from the new Trios champs. It's Hangman and Brodito in the ring. Bandito shouts things in Spanish. Brody King likes to have his actions speak louder than words, and then he shouts that they're the champions. Hangman wants to say things in Spanish too, but he gets caught off by Swerve's music, which that caught me off guard, and I was pretty excited because people have been wondering where Swerve is.
And at first I was like, man, what's going on this week? They throw Callis in the first segment and it felt kind of weird, and now they're throwing Swerve out here, but I think we see where this is going.
So this one, it kind of threw me for a loop, because at first I was like, oh, excited, we're picking up Swerve Hangman again. And then based on the way the segment ended, I was kind of disappointed because it felt like nothing happened. And then once I saw people's theories, I was like,
when you're like, he's up here talking to a bunch of Trios guys by himself, he's going to need a couple partners.
And so Swerve comes out and he mentions the phrase trauma bonding. He talks about how he's had beef with all 3 of them, and now they're all together in champions, and he asks what the hell happened to this place. They have nothing in common except for their ties to him, and they all lost to him. Bandito lost to him, then he beat Brody. He messed that one up because he feuded with Brody first, I think. First with Brodito, obviously Hangman was first. And he says it always comes back to Hangman. He took us off him, and then he went and lost any opportunity to go after the world title again. And he asked Hangman what his story is now. Hangman says he did the opposite, and he's watched what Swerve's done this year. He doesn't have much to talk about with results. He's done a lot of heinous shit, and he doesn't have anything to show for it. Then the Demand come out with a lethal twist, and Ricochet asks what Swerve's doing out here because it's Trio's business, and he's all alone. And he reminds him he's got history with him, and he points out that Swerve has history with Goa, which I like because I don't see anyone bring that up much.
I needed that reminder anyways.
I did remember. He says their trios titles were stolen from them last week. Toa wasn't actually pinned, allegedly, and they demand a rematch. This isn't safe for Swerve because he has 9 guys out here who hate him, and a locker room full as well, so he should get to stepping. And Swerve actually does, but then he calls Ricochet a bitch. And then Ricochet says, so Hangman says Swerve has a point, so if Ricochet wants the titles back, they can come here, and Ricochet says they'll do it on their time. So nothing much really happens there. I thought it was good. I thought it had potential to be better because it didn't go where I expected. Like,
why didn't they just beat the hell out of Swerve?
I don't know.
On the ramp. Like, they just hold Ricochet back. When they have a history of attacking people. And
I would understand if maybe Ricochet was hesitant to beat him up because he's he mentioned getting humiliated, but
he's got 6 guys there with him.
I was excited to see Swerve back though because he's got history with Hangman. I honestly kind of forgot he had history with Brodito until he mentioned it. I was like, oh crap, all of them hate him. And Swerve finds a crew that doesn't suck, but I think them versus 3 guys he's feuded with would definitely be interesting. I don't want the Demand in this, really. I want it to be Swerve and the People's Theories have been the New Day, which I really like.
It's
obviously it's more, hey, we're all black, let's be in a faction, but you can't tell me that wouldn't be sick.
It will be.
So I'll allow it. And it gets them a prominent spot and maybe a cool group.
Yeah.
Right? But I'd want Swerve, New Day, that's just them against Hangman and Brodito. That would be a killer trios match, and I feel like that'd be a really great way to get the trios titles on the show.
They won't do 3-way trios. That's crazy, I think.
They've done that before. I think they did, wasn't it a 4-way trios ladder match at All In a couple years ago? Let me look at it real quick. You can keep yapping for a second.
I would rather it was just Brodito.
I agree.
And them
but I feel like there's a chance they throw in the Demand just to because then you could have them, and then Swerve and keep New Day mystery, I guess. Because remember,
I think it has to be New Day because as soon as you do that, that's where people are going to go, and now you can't not deliver New Day.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think.
Well, I think New Day would be in it. I just don't know if they're going to do a 3-way, which I feel like they might.
Yeah.
But I hope they don't because you could just build the feud with Swerve and the the champions because like I said, he has beef with all of them, and then you could just tease he has partners, and then you do New Day. Because I would rather them not confirm it ahead of time. I feel like that'd be kind of cooler. But yeah, because
they'll do the CM Punk. They won't tell us, but they'll tell us.
Yeah, I would love that. Yes,
you have
absolutely.
To. Yeah.
But yeah, like the opener of All In 2024 was a 4-way trios ladder match.
Too much.
That is too much. But that's what I mean. Like 3-way, I think is. I thought you could just
doable.
It's doable. But ladder match is also easier to do because everyone's just in there. I think if it's like you're tagging it out, it's like
yeah. We'll see, I guess.
Okay. Water break, and now it's Mercedes attacking Willow, it was really quick. There really wasn't much there, except you could hear a fan shouting for Sasha to come back, and I was like, "Come on, man."
I thought Monet looked like she added some muscle there.
You did point that out. I do remember.
And it was only a few seconds, right? And there's literally no words spoken. It was just Willow getting beaten up, basically.
Mm-hmm. Then we get Kevin Knight defending the TNT Championship against Chris Jericho, because I don't know. He's back to his stupid glitter pants, which not the pants I intended to talk about this week. I just hate these pants on a regular basis, and I won't stop saying that until he changes it. Crowd count punches in Avalanche around from Jericho, because that's like he's been doing that spot like pretty much every match for like the last couple of years. It's so great because his punches are so good.
Amazing.
And he does his old man dive to the floor, which
fall.
Is
it's not a
also
dive.
good.
It's a fall. It's just gravity assist.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like if you did that exact dive but Knight's lying in the ring, you know how bad it looks? I mean, it looks bad here, but
it's
like,
stingish.
Yeah.
Near the end.
Honestly, I feel, unless my memory's off, I feel like Old Man Sting did it better.
Probably.
I feel like.
Well, and he was a decade older too.
Yeah, probably. So he has a little bit more of an excuse.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Knight goes for a line salt. Jericho gets his knees up. Knight with the flying clothesline over the ropes on the ramp, because we have the ring level ramp again. A on the ramp from Jericho. Sally DT from Knight after some roll up shenanigans. Jericho counters with Frankenstein from Knight into a super powerbomb for 2. Walls of Jericho. So we get this weird thing where Callis like gets in the ring trying to hit him with a screwdriver. But like I guess maybe he was worried the ref would see him, so he bails out of the ring quick, which I guess he messed up the spot, because then I saw an alternate angle later on where Jericho was like yelling Jericho was yelling at him to do his spot, so then Jericho like walks towards the ropes with Knight in the walls, which you can't even justify as a rope break, because then they would have to go the other way, right?
Well, then why is Jericho leading him anywhere?
Exactly. But then we ended up getting the screwdriver shot, coast to coast from Knight for a near fall, which Jericho kicking out of that had me worried for a second. I'm not gonna lie. And then he counters the UFO splash with a mid-air codebreaker. He did not get all of it. It looked pretty brutal, actually. Like not in a good way. The Juice Effect last week looked brutal in like a good way.
Yeah.
This looked like no. Ref almost gets hit by Juice Effect. Even then, that was like the ref wasn't super close to getting hit. They kind of fumbled that spot too. Low blow, crash landing from Knight for the win. This was okay. I
had that it was a contrast of styles, but not in the positive way.
No, like
it's
Knight
like young and
great.
super athletic versus old and lost a couple steps.
Yeah, and like there's just a lot of
sloppiness.
There was some sloppiness. There's just the things just didn't go right in this one, right? And the only thing was like they had me worried a couple times that Jericho was gonna win, but that's not like a good feeling, so I don't necessarily count that as a plus. Whereas like,
and Kevin Knight is super cool, and there's so many other guys I would rather see him wrestle.
If we're gonna do an
TV.
Open challenge, that's fine, but I don't want it to be Jericho.
Yeah, so I thought like there was some decent action in this, but then there was a whole bunch of missteps down the stretch kind of thing, and I just don't need to see Jericho anymore at this point. I've said it enough already, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
So I guess fine would be the word I would use here.
There it is. Oh, where's I actually just forgot I have the bingo card like in the bowels of my notes app. I'm kind of curious. Let me read it off, because now I'm curious. Where is it? It's somewhere in here. FNS bingo card. Where is it? Because we made it. And because we're still only at 21 things. We need to start adding more things. It's hard to think of it. But here's the list in case you forget, or someone else forgets, or anyone actually cares. It's 14 pounds of muscle. Already tender face from when Darby got burned. Will Washington, which we haven't played that card as much.
Not really.
Don't have as much reason to.
No.
The Baby Den racism, which is probably my favorite one still. Yes. The division stepping up. That's a good one. World Send, which is my favorite thing to say in the month of December.
Yeah, that one's all you.
Tyler Rust mention, which also doesn't have it much anymore.
No.
That you killed Brody Lee.
I did kill. I'm sorry.
Moved to TNA back to NXT. That one gets some use still.
It does.
One of my old favorites also with the racism baby is Neck of Sand. That's a good one. You just called It's Fine. That's number 11.
Yeah.
We got Redacted, which we use for multiple people.
Yeah.
Blood Money is a U one. That one's a good one. Stephanie McMahon, the creator of women's wrestling.
That's right.
Predictable doesn't equal bad. That one's not funny. That's just what we say.
We do.
The word diverticulitis, which that one's we use that one.
Mm-hmm.
There's This Isn't For Me. Insert wrestlers a close personal friend.
Yep.
Shouldn't be too long this week.
Yep.
One of our more recent ones that I love is Shoot Bald.
Shoot Bald.
And then the most recent one was the Jericho Chafe, which I think is one of our finest creations.
It is. That's a classic.
Instant
classic.
At least Knight's not really getting the chafe here because this was like clearly a one-off match.
Yes.
Because otherwise, it's like, yeah, right. There's the silver lining. At least Knight gets like he gets off relatively scot-free because otherwise I would be deeply concerned and also annoyed. Anyways, then it's Death Riders backstage next. Claudio's talking about the unpredictability of the cup, and he doesn't care who he faces next. Moxley says there's a lot of crazy things that can happen in this tournament, which really is just match combinations. And tonight he has to roll the dice with Perry, and it could all end. He asks if Perry is prepared, like he is. Maybe it doesn't matter. Fortune has a habit of doing it as she pleases. It was a
And then he just starts
match.
grabbing Yuta, like grappling him or whatever. It was weird.
Yeah, because he started doing that when Claudio was talking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was fine. It was typical stuff. Nothing that...
Nothing super specific here.
Nothing that stand out. I guess it's just like cup hype.
Yes,
I guess.
it is.
And hype's the main event, I suppose. Then we get Chris Statlander versus Viva Van.
Why? I have to ask why.
That's a good point.
Although we are getting multiple women's matches, so that's the silver lining for a couple weeks in a row here.
Yeah, and like I guess that's good. I don't know. It's just an enhancement match. So.
It was boring, I thought.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't even like. Viva Van had a decent shotgun dropkick from the top, and then like I don't know, Statlander won. Like there's not
Viva
much to
Van
say
had
here.
one nice like rolling heel kick or whatever that looked
And
pretty
so
good.
I was wrong last week. Stats theme that she brought back isn't her original. It's the one after that. It's the theme she debuted. To put it in the term you'll understand the most or remember the most is it's the theme she debuted when she became more than a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when she came back and beat Cargill for the TBS title? I
Yeah.
think that's when she debuted this theme. It sounds like I listened back to cauterize that theme just to see if it was the same. I'm pretty sure it is, if not slightly different. Like maybe a slightly like retooled version of that because I know WWE's done that before. Like they'll not necessarily remix, but like reproduce it, kind of like where it sounds a little different, maybe it sounds a little better. I don't know, because she's not using her theme that she debuted when we watched her win the title.
If you say so.
She debuted the theme.
More
then.
details I don't notice.
Yeah. There was a post-match interview with Foley. Stat's gonna be in a 4-way TBS title match next week with Maya World, Persephone, and Sheeta. I don't know why.
Stat promos are not great, and stat promos when she's blown up from an enhancement match are even worse.
I didn't think this was terrible. She didn't say any of her cringe lines.
She was struggling to breathe.
She didn't say Cosmic Killer.
She could barely breathe.
Honestly, that's better than her saying Cosmic Killer.
I guess, maybe. I don't know. She not a strong promo. Ever.
No, and the enhancement was fine. Yeah, Persephone and Sheeta come out after the match, so we're leading right into the other women's match, which is My World, and yay, Thunder Rosa, great, against Persephone and Sheeta. They actually did announce Rosa this time as the CMLL Mexican National Women's Champion. That's too many words for a belt.
Fired from her podcasting too.
But nothing's gonna change with that one, though.
Nothing's gonna change.
It's not gonna change.
Nope.
It won't even change at all. Basement dropkick and a decapitator from Persephone. Thunder Rosa's the face in peril over the break. Persephone distracts the ref, and we get a cheap shot from Sheeta. Rosa counters a tandem suplex into a double DT. Then we get double clothesline and the hot tag to Maya World. Bridging fallaway slam to Persephone while Sheeta's pinned for an age. So it's like, it's weird. So Maya World's got Sheeta in like the victory. I think it's a victory roll. No, it's an O'Connor roll type thing where like she's like got her like this, right? And I'm pretty sure Sheeta's the legal one, right? Because she bridges after the
down
slam.
for a long
and so
time.
Sheeta's down for a bit because Maya's just standing on her like in front like this. She's like, it's not counting as a pin for some reason. Even though I would argue the way she was like this, it's enough of like to be a pin,
it's
right?
a pinfall attempt.
So, but then she has to wait to like grab Persephone to do the bridging fall slam while she bridges over Sheeta. So realistically, you count Sheeta was down for like at least a 7 count off of nothing. So I thought that was kind of funny. Not really a big deal, just kind of a logistical error, I think.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was kind of funny. Sheeta hits a knee to Rosa and lands a Falcon Arrow for a near fall, but Maya breaks the pin. Sheeta accidentally knees Persephone. That spot was kind of telegraphed. I kind of knew it was like the way they set up. You knew it was coming. And Maya wins with the bridging fall slam for her team.
I thought it was a good match, but like
it was just kind of uninteresting to me, especially because we don't like Rosa, so her being in the action a lot is just kind of always a no-go for me.
And even commentary after, one of them said it was like Maya World gets momentum, so it's one of those like there are no stakes, there are no drama, it's just momentum.
And like 3 of these women will see wrestle each other again next week.
I need some vignettes for these women, like flesh them out as characters a bit. I want to care.
Really want one for Maya and Persephone.
I think Persephone might be cool, but again, I don't know because they don't do any sort of character development.
Yeah,
a lot of these women.
I agree. I had WWE Shop open. Sorry, from when I googled stuff. You know what they brought back on the shop? The original NXT title.
Oh, nice! I like that one.
That's a good one. Anyways, yeah, this match was just like you're saying. I need more reason to care, and I love more development for Maya World because I think like her real life story is kind of cool, and she's really impressed so far. Like even here, like it's not the most interesting match to me, but I think she still continues to look good. Mm-hmm. Like she puts out some good showing, so I want some more stuff from her.
I'm interested in her and Persephone.
Yeah, I agree.
Just give me something
even
to
Sheeta,
latch onto.
Honestly, not Thunder Rosa though. I don't really don't give me a package for Thunder Rosa. I don't want that. Darby cuts a promo in this weird alleyway.
I have Darby Allin. He said things. I don't know.
He talks about his title run. Now he burned candles from both ends, and now Knight's doing that, but he's not doing it the right way. He wants to beat him in Wembley, and if Knight can beat him at his own game, then he's lived up to his potential.
Yep.
I think it should be a pretty good coming out party for Knight, because it'll be a wild match when it's no DQ and it's Darby. And I imagine Knight might not win.
It's crazy how Darby has just slipped down the...
I'm not surprised, though.
It's further than I thought he would.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Because this is the logical feud.
It is, but now it's for like the 5th title on the show or whatever. I don't know.
Would you rather be for no title?
I don't, maybe, honestly, maybe just
That's
like
fair.
An actual feud. But anyways,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's fine just because it's the logical feud, and I think the Darby's a made guy now that he's been world champion. He's been here for a while. And he's done a lot of things. I think it's more about making Knight, and I think that's what it's gonna do.
I hope so.
So that's fine. One of my favorite segments on the show next, just because of what we're getting. We get a Kyle Fletcher interview. He talks about Speedball bringing out the best in him, but we're still in the midst of the greatest international title reign of all time. He's defended the title in 3 different countries now, so he's looking towards All In. What's the third one? Because Canada. Okay. Because I was like, States, yeah. Mexico, yeah. Forgot Canada's technically a different country. Cal says it's a former international champion who hasn't had a rematch. At first I was like, I don't know, are they going with Okada or Takeshita? And then Fletcher's like, oh, don't be Takeshita. And Cal is like, yes, but also Okada. So it's Fletcher, Okada, Takeshita All In.
That's gonna be
who called it? This guy. I've been saying that for weeks. Callis is like a star math thing and says they have a 100% chance of keeping the title in the family. And Fletcher gets like really angry. And he's like, what about my chance? What about my reign? And Okada's like, it's okay. All that matters is the belt stays in the family. I'm super excited. First off, I thought the segment was good. Angry Fletcher is awesome, and I thought Okada's excellent too, because he's clearly like being a shit disturber again.
Yes, always.
And I thought like him just talking about like he's just commenting like, hey, at least we keep the belt in the family, because not only is it benefiting him, because obviously he's like, hey, if you don't get the belt, we can keep the belt in the family with me, because obviously that's what he wants. But he also knows if he says, hey, if we at least we can keep the belt in the family, that's exactly what Callis wants to hear. So it also endears himself to Callis, which we clearly saw here. And so I love that. And he knows Callis doesn't care which one of them wins, because you can literally the way Callis talks about it, he doesn't care if he just wants it to not be Takeshita. He doesn't care if it's Fletcher or Okada, right? So I think Okada's going to try to worm his way to make sure it's him, obviously. As it stands now, I feel like Takeshita probably gets the belt back. I can't imagine Fletcher wins this, because I imagine Takeshita wins and Cal starts to blame Fletcher, maybe.
Could be.
But I'm super excited for this match.
And you get a babyface title change to like another one.
I think this will be...
Could be a show stealer.
It could be like match of the night, match of the year contender. Like this is...
For sure.
I've been campaigning for this and waiting for this for the last couple months, so I'm really excited. This has huge potential. I'm beyond excited. It's probably one of my most anticipated matches on the show.
That's going to be amazing.
Just off the rip, right?
Give them half an hour. Let them go.
And like there's been some good triple threats. We had that one with Takeshita, Okada, and Dorada last year. That was really fun live.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my favorite AEW matches of all time is probably still the Ospreay Takeshita Ricochet. That's a really good one.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited. That's gonna be a doozy. I hope Takeshita comes back soon though. I know the G1s. I don't think Takesha's in the semis because I'm pretty sure I saw the semis for the G1 is Tsuji, Uemura, Newman, and Oiwa, I think.
Really? So a couple new guys.
Yeah.
Some new blood in there.
I kind of want to see Newman win that because I really don't think Tsuji needs it as champion. I haven't been following anything. I don't know about what's his first name again? Yuya?
Yeah.
Right?
Yuya Uemura.
Right, okay. I was making sure I got that right. And then Oiwa I know nothing about. So I hope it's Newman. Especially because then you could get another Gaijin winner since it's only been Omega and Sabre, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Yay, triple threat.
Yep.
But we need to catch the back soon, I think. Hopefully he comes back next week. Then it's main event time. It's Moxley Perry, C3, first round. Perry has knee pads and kick pads over the bottom of his pants now. He used to have like pants. His pants used to go over his boots.
Oh my god.
Now you can see him wearing kick pads.
It's this episode 317, the pants episode.
This one's kick
if I
pads.
titled them all, it would just be pants, episode 317.
Deep dive into pants.
Yep.
But yeah, I do like his gear though because the back was one kick pad and part of his hands. It's got like it's got his pants have like the frills on them or whatever.
Sure. He wears pants. I know he doesn't come out naked, but other than that, I don't really know.
I feel like you should notice the frills at least.
Maybe
okay.
Tassels. I don't know.
Whatever. Not the same thing, but you know what I mean. Moxon's Perry face first in the ring post. Perry ends up busted open. We got Perry going for a slice bread off the barricade, but I love this Mox like kind of counters midair and like just picks him and throws him through the timekeeper table. I thought it looked really cool.
It did.
Lots of ground stuff from Mox, head targeting. He locks in like an interesting head scissors submission until Perry gets a rope break. Suicide dive, then Tope con Hilo, or then an Orihara moonsault from Perry. Kind of like that same crazy stretch he did in the three-way.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty impressive. It takes a lot of stamina and athleticism, so I do love it. Gotch pile driver from Mox for 2. Repeated ground forearms from Mox to a battered Perry. Perry does not want to end the match, despite the ref wanting to bring in a doctor. Perry fires up, lands a comeback lariat, snare trap locked in. Mox goes after the hand, but Perry's able to fight back, locks it in again. Mox eventually fights out a snare trap and counters it into the bulldog choke. Perry is able to eventually get to his feet, but Mox drags it into a sleeper hold and is able to eventually make Perry pass out. I thought this was a good main event. I think, obviously it suffers from Perry wasn't going to win.
Yes, but a good competitive match.
I thought it was a good competitive match, and I have no idea about his direction as a singles guy, and to your point, I don't think there is much. But I will say I think Perry's had a really good run of matches this year. I mean, you can say what you want about him character-wise and interest-wise, but I think in the ring he's pretty good, and I've been enjoying a lot of his work. He had a good run in the C2 last year as well as being Darby's fill-in. I just hope Luchasaurus comes back because I would much rather see Jurassic Express as a tag team, I think, at this rate. And especially because if New Day and Machine Guns are here, you have some new blood, and Jurassic Express are such a good team. I'm disappointed Luchasaurus got injured because, what was it? I think it was Wrestle Dream last year. They had that match with the Bucks that I really loved. That was a great match. So I hope they come back because I want to see them again. But again, I just think Perry's been doing some great work. I mean, he's never going to be a main eventer, and there's not a ton of character stuff with him right now.
There is not.
But
in ring, he's good.
In ring, I think he's really strong.
Care much.
Yeah, and that's fair. But I think he's put out some really good work on TV.
But with Luchasaurus, I do care more because that dynamic is cool.
I agree. Mox had to win though. Mox Switchblade has to be the finals, and I thought an interesting thing would be because it's random they can do this. Do Mox Claudio in either the next round or the semis? Because remember we got Mox Claudio in the C2 last year, and Claudio actually won. And remember we thought that was going to be part of the Death Riders turn that never happened.
Where he would be the leader.
Right. I would love to see that, and maybe Mox gets his win back. I like to see a callback to that. So I don't know. Anyways, I liked it. Good main event.
Overall thoughts.
I thought it was a good show. Maybe not amazing, but there were some good matches that I liked. There were some segments that I liked. More progression towards All In because last week we didn't really have any.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Wrestle Juice, Steve from that. You really complained about the Grand Slam Mexico because there's no storyline progression. It was just match.
It was.
I liked
but it was super fun.
I really liked it. Yeah,
Just take
It
a
was never
week
a problem
off
for
and
me.
enjoy a whole bunch of crazy matches. That's
Right?
not a big deal.
I agree. But this one was more storyline progression. I'd say like it was an average Dynamite. I mean that in a good way. Like it was a good Dynamite, I thought, but not like exceptional. So I'd probably go like a B.
That's exactly. I already wrote it down. A B just feels like a B show. Nothing was really
But
bad.
yeah, nothing wrong with
There's
it.
a couple glitches along the way, and other things
But
weren't.
nothing that dragged down the show, I thought.
Some things weren't as good as they usually are, but I don't think it was a bad show. So yeah, I went B overall as well.
Yeah, run of the mill Dynamite, which is never a bad thing.
All right, done with the deep dive. Take a little break and go into a little bit of trivia segment we call Off the Top of His Head. So the AI trivia was terrible last week, so I'm going away from that.
What was it again? Was it the crossover
yes,
athletes, right?
Yeah,
That's what it was.
the best real athletes in NXT.
And no Shayna Baszler.
And it was, yes, no Shayna Baszler. So this is still talking to NXT. It's kind of your wheelhouse, but some of the questions are hard, so I don't think you'll get them all. So we're going to do NXT TakeOver trivia, 10 questions each on the first two takeovers, okay? So the first one was what?
Takeover.
I think they said that was the second one.
Arrival then?
Yes, is the first.
Technically wrong because it was not a takeover.
Okay, but we're starting there.
Yeah.
In what Florida city did NXT Arrival take place? And I have options if you'd
Is it
like.
Orlando? Because it's in the PC.
It is not Orlando.
Where's the PC then?
Technically.
Where is it then?
Your options are Tampa, Miami, Winter Park, or Fort Lauderdale.
Winter Park.
Yes, Winter Park is correct. Who were the three commentators that announced Arrival? I have options if you want to try and guess any.
Corey Graves.
No.
Tom Phillips.
Yes. It's three men.
Saxon.
Yes. And someone we like who's not there anymore.
Morrow.
Old guy, not Morrow. Son's there.
Regal?
Yeah.
Nice.
Regal
I was
Phillips
gonna guess
Saxon.
it, yeah.
Which WWE official opened the NXT Arrival special?
Triple H.
Of course. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't even need options on that one. I would have gotten that one.
Yeah.
Which WWE superstar did Sami Zayn face in the opening match?
Tyler Breeze. Tyson
No.
Kidd.
You want your options?
No.
Are we auctioning here? Just guessing?
Let me think.
You don't want options?
No, let me think. This is at Arrival.
Opening match
Cesaro.
of Arrival. Correct.
Forgot that was when that feud was happening.
What was the second match of Arrival?
I thought so. You said it was only 2 questions for each.
No, 10 questions for each.
Oh, each event?
Yeah.
But we're only doing the first one this time?
No, first two.
Oh,
Two events,
that's the part I
10
confused.
questions each. This is
Okay.
question 5 of the first one.
Are we doing the other events next?
Yes.
Cool.
I don't know. We'll see if I can
Okay,
find more.
sorry. Ask me again. I got distracted.
Second match of NXT Arrival. Singles match. I'll give you that.
Was it men or women?
Men.
I need options.
CJ Parker, Leo Kruger.
That one.
CJ Parker, Sawyer Fulton.
Oh, no.
CJ Parker, Mojo Rawley. Angelo Dawkins, Mojo Rawley.
The first one.
No.
Was it Mojo Rawley and CJ? Damn
it was.
I knew it. I had a feeling it was CJ Parker. Number 6, which WWE Tag Team legends did the Ascension defend their NXT Tag Team Championships against at NXT Arrival? Too cool.
Correct. Who did Emma face for the NXT Women's Championship?
Paige.
Yes. How did the Tyler Breeze versus Xavier Woods match finish at Arrival?
Double countout.
Sorry?
Double countout.
No.
Double disqualification.
No.
Give me options.
No contest. Woods won by countout. Double countout. Breeze won by countout.
No, I said double countout. You said no. No contest?
Correct.
How? Does it say?
No.
Oh.
Who defeated Bo Dallas in a ladder match?
Now I'm curious. Neville.
Correct.
Or Pac.
How many days, good luck, did Bo Dallas hold the NXT Championship?
183.
You want options?
Sure.
260, 290, 280, 270.
Go again.
What?
Go again.
What does that mean?
Tell me again.
260, 70, 80, 90.
70.
280. You don't know anything about anything. Okay. Moving on to Takeover.
Yeah, it should be an NXT Takeover.
Which 3 people hosted the 30-minute pre-show?
Okay. Give me options.
1 woman, 2 men.
Do you have options?
Yes. Renee Young, Byron Saxton, Daniel Bryan.
No.
Renee Young, Michael Cole, Billy Gunn.
No.
Renee Young, Corey Graves, Jason Albert.
That one.
Renee Young, Paul Heyman, and Christian.
The third one.
No, last one. Christian Heyman.
Oh, that's
Renee
a
Young.
weird one.
Okay. Who were the commentators?
Was it Saxton again?
It is.
And Phillips.
And?
Was it Regal again?
Yes, it is the same.
Honestly, that's probably should have just gone with that.
NXT diva Bayley defeated who in a dark match?
Tamina.
Before.
Give me
Carmella, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Devin Taylor.
Devin Taylor.
Don't know who Devin Taylor is. It is not Devin Taylor.
Carmella.
No.
Okay.
Sasha Banks.
All right.
Which match opened NXT TakeOver? What was the opener? Options? Takes me back to all these guys.
Was it Tyson Kidd and someone?
No.
Damn. Okay.
Baron Corbin versus Aiden English.
Ooh.
Paige versus Emma. Adam Rose versus Camacho. CJ Parker versus Bull Dempsey.
Camacho.
Correct.
I don't know why, but I remember seeing like a fact a while ago that like Camacho has the first NXT TakeOver match ever.
Oh, nice.
Like something about that, just because it's like one of those like crazy facts that sounds stupid.
Who did the Ascension defend their NXT Tag Team Championships against? A guy I don't even remember existing, but sure.
Okay, well, I was gonna guess Lucha Dragons, but that's not it. Okay, give me options then.
Cass and Enzo Amore.
No.
Vaudevillains. Mechanics. El Local and Kalisto.
That one.
Yeah, because I spoiled it for you by saying I did.
Well, it could have been Mechanics because I don't know who the other guy was.
But I think El Local's back in AAA right now.
Isn't El Local Ricardo Rodriguez?
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up. El Local.
Number 6. Who did Tyler Breeze defeat?
Yeah, it's Ricardo Rodriguez.
Who did Tyler Breeze defeat to become number 1 contender to the NXT Championship?
Is it only one person?
Yes.
Sami Zayn.
Yes, correct. Who did Mojo Rawley have an in-ring segment with?
Give me options.
Sylvester Lafort, Alexander Rusev, Marcus Louis, Hunico.
Hunico.
No.
Sylvester Lafort.
No.
The other one.
No. Rusev.
Oh, so the only one I didn't say. Cool.
Which main roster diva did Charlotte defeat to win the vacant NXT Women's Championship? Take a wild guess.
Natty Neidhart.
Correct. I would have gotten. No, Natalia. Different character. 9. This was the easiest one, I think, of all. Which WWE Hall of Famer walked Charlotte to the ring? Correct. It's not Hulk Hogan or Bret Hart or Steve Austin. Last one.
Steve Austin.
And you'll get it. Which WWE superstar did Adrian Neville defend his NXT championship against?
Tyson Kidd.
Correct. Very good. So I'll try and go the next one in order. I don't know what the next takeovers were, but I can see if there's more.
I think it's like Takeover Our Evolution or one of the ones where it's not a place yet.
Right. I'll check the same place and see if there's more. All right, good job. We'll move back into talking about the week of wrestling, anything notable from main roster or NXT. We call it Highspots and Restholds. I did make note of a couple things on Raw. I think we might have talked about a couple. We did talk about
Bloodline, yeah.
Solo losing to Jey Uso was one. The other one, it seems like Breakker and Femi are on a collision course.
That would have been so much cooler a year ago.
Theory beat Tozawa. Breakker attacked Tozawa after the match. Femi comes out, booted Theory, and then Logan Paul has to keep Breakker and Femi apart. Should be a big deal. The problem is, obviously, Femi is going to win. And then what does that do for Breakker?
They already neutered Breakker, so honestly, this match has lost any appeal for me because it's just not there anymore.
And I guess the tension is that Braun is worried that Heyman is basically, it's kind of like Heyman is Heyman thinks Femi is the next can't miss star.
Right, after he beat Brock and whatnot.
So I think it's like, is he going to ditch Breakker and go with Femi? Which would kind of make more sense because it's the next Lesnar, right? So. But anyways, we'll see. And then I have Big Cass is gnashing the cruiserweights. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes. Yes.
So he took out Dragon Lee and Javon Evans after Dragon Lee.
He beat up Javon when he returned the other week.
Right. And Lee beat Dom Mysterio in that match. So Dom continues to lose and I don't think they have a star in Javon Evans at this point, which is too bad because
Javon was supposed to, he had such a special energy to him at one point.
and it wasn't just like, remember, I thought he came in as just a flippy dude, like a
Yeah.
super, and he's not. He's actually a more
No, he's got
complete,
more in him than that for sure.
but I don't think they care. So, anyways, we'll see what happens to him. Getting into NXT, most of the show, I cut out some of the backstage stuff that doesn't seem to relate to much. Lizzie Rain is waiting for Sean Spears to show up because she is partners with him for a mixed tag match against Nico Vance and Izzy Dame. So Vance and Dame walk in, say that they're like, told you Rain wouldn't show up, or Spears wouldn't show up. So it never came up again. I'm assuming it means they took Spears out, or else they're just like, told you he was flaky, but we've never seen evidence of him not showing up.
Have
for
they
things.
mentioned that before?
Never.
Like, have they been like, oh yeah, he's flaky?
But they never followed up on the show. I assume we're gonna find out like next week or whatever that they took Spears out or something. But usually they show you that stuff, right?
Maybe it's like it was something unexpected then.
I guess it just felt weird that it's like, told you he wouldn't show up, but it's like we have no evidence of. I don't. Anyways. But we do get the match. It's the culling supposedly taken on Rain and Spears, but Spears does not show up. The ref, in his infinite wisdom, decides to start the match anyways. Fine match. The crowd actually got quite into it. Did you see who showed up to take the spot of Sean Spears?
Yes.
EK Prosper. So he shows up and he hits the finish is basically he hits his moonsault after a follow-up to Rain's Thunderstruck. Babyfaces win. Match was fine. They did the TNA where the women were allowed to hit some stuff to the men.
I did see that, yeah.
I think Dame hit a crucifix that looked pretty good.
It did look pretty good. It reminded me a lot of, I think, is it Dara that does that?
Yeah, and then Rain hit her step-up knee to the face thing too. So the part that was annoying to me, I told you there's lots of stuff that annoyed me. So as we're getting to the finish, Nico Vance is clearly, he's on the mat, not sure which corner Prosper's going to hit the moonsault from. So he's kind of sitting and waiting. And then when Prosper picks the corner, like Vance just fully scooches into position.
He's just scurry up and getting ready.
Literally
has
to scooch along the mat to the right spot. It looked pretty lame. But anyways, a fine mixed tag, actually. And I'm generally not a fan of those, but this one was fine. Then there's Bourne and Heights there in the locker room with some other tag teams, and they're celebrating. They are the new tag team champions after last week. So Heights is talking about being fighting champions and that this division's sort of been slept on and they're going to bring it back sort of thing. Dorian Von Dukes wants to challenge right away. So does Moreno, but Dar holds him back. And it seems like the story is like Heights is going to be keeping Bourne busy with all these tag matches.
And it's going to affect him as champion.
I think so. And then he's
going to... something with Vanity Project, like...
Yes, that's coming
fighting
up.
for title shots next week.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get Bourne heel this time, but I don't know. But if it gets us lots of tag team matches, which I think is a division they should focus on more.
His catchphrase should be, "Can you hear me now?"
Yeah. Rain and Prosper are then being interviewed about their match when Callie Armstrong just walks up and snatches the microphone from the interviewer and walks away with it, which I thought was funny. So she's walking out to the ring, talking and basically demanding a title shot. Kalani Jordan comes out. She's doing her thing. I actually like where she just constantly complains about never getting a shot. Gray comes out. She has her ear taped up from, I think, the Underground match last week. She beat Vice in the Underground while Kalani got knocked out when she had the same chance, which is a fair point. She has a contract, though, for Jordan. Tells Jordan to name the time and the place. And Kalani's like, I could choose next week when you're barely cleared. But she calls her shot for Heatwave. And then Armstrong gets her shot after Kalani. Gray gets hit in the ear. I can't remember how. So
I saw it.
She's down selling it. I don't remember what happened.
Oh, crap. It was, I think Armstrong hit her?
Could
One
be.
of the heels hit her.
So she's down, and then the heels...
Because I saw the clip.
The heels beat down Ren Sinclair. So I guarantee that's getting us a tag match, right? It's going to be Kalani and Callie against the Ren QCC.
Yeah.
And actually... Kendall Gray and Kalani Jordan at Heatwave could be awesome. Like, that could be a really good women's match, to be honest.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I hope it is. Backstage, Cruz Montana thanks Robert Stone for giving him an opportunity for a shot at the NXT title. Keanu Carver walks up, and he's not wrong, right? He's like, so guys that just show up here get title matches now? Cruz and Carver are basically face-to-face for a second. Carver walks away. Stone kind of chases him down. Carver's like, you haven't seen anything yet. And again, I really like Keanu Carver's presence. He's a guy that I think has a lot of potential. He's not. It's too bad he's not a little further along in his development because, like I said, the top of the men's division is lacking. Although they're starting to bring people in, but
because they just brought in Montana. They'll have probably Zilla and then Waller.
Yes. So if Carver were like another 35% developed, I really think there'd be good time for him. But he'll get there. I think he kind of pops off the screen. He's got that physical charisma, where you're just like, damn, this guy looks like a killer to me. Sugars and Lennox had a really low energy. This is like a blood feud, and it's like these guys could not, like, they're just kind of over it, it feels like, as we all are, and just
they're just like going through the motions with it now.
It really irritated me. It was the worst of their matches together. It didn't seem like either of them cared or worked with any sense of urgency, and I don't mind Sugars, but this match was boring. And Booker T, again, he just calls him Sugar Man. So
I can
it's
hear
worse than his name is Sugars. Like, even if you were calling him Candy Man, right? Because his name is Sugars and Candy is sweet, and but
Isn't
you're
that
just
kind of racist because there's that movie with that horror movie Candyman with the black guy.
Is that right? Does
think
that
so.
make it racist?
I feel like it's racist. I don't know.
I don't know. This feud needs to end for Sugar's sake because I think he's kind of cool. Griffin and James send Sugars into the announce table. Lennox slams Sugars for the win after 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I really dislike this. They attack Sugars after the match, do their toss powerbomb thing, and I hope that's
toss powerbomb thing.
I hope that's the
Shield
end.
bomb.
I don't know. I hope it's the end. It has to be, I think. Stone is on the phone with Rey Mysterio. They're setting up a 4-way match for a contender to face Phoenix for the AAA Cruiserweight title in 2 weeks on NXT. So Rey really likes EK Prosper. Makes sense. Thinks he should get a shot. And then he also wants La Parca in the match. Or as my notes say, La Parker.
Apparently they used a picture of a Parca Negra instead.
Oh, really?
In the render, because it's like a black La Parca.
Probably had AI do it.
Maybe.
Stone gets to pick the other two guys. And without getting into the segments and stuff later, we do find out that it's Romeo Moreno and Tristan Angels. So
is Tristan Angels really a cruiserweight?
He even said, like, I don't consider myself a cruiserweight with this tiny waist or with this something waist.
Okay,
I guess
of course.
I do think there's something going on with Dar, though, because every time Moreno wants to set up a tag team match, Dar talks him out of it. But when it comes to this singles match, Dar is like, yeah, you should go do it. So I don't know if they're planting seeds of something.
That's odd.
So I don't know.
I thought you meant something like Dar can't wrestle or something.
Dar makes things interesting, right? I just feel like he's kind of doesn't maybe want to tag with this kid, or I don't know what the motivation is.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll be it eventually.
Grayson Waller approaches Saquon Sugars in the trainer's room. I like this too. Waller says, I call out the locker room and you go and complain on social media. You need to stop feeling sorry for yourself and do something about it. So Sugars gets up, grabs a bat, and sort of limps away. And I like Waller's just like calling out all of the like the young guys for like not really buying in and just being on your phones and whatever, right? I kind of like him running around backstage. And if he can be a catalyst for change on this show, I'm all for it. Zarya and Ren Sinclair, I didn't like this match either. They had a disappointing 11-minute match. Zarya's hit and miss, right? Like, I have liked matches of hers, but I've also been like, And then Ren, I usually
she came from Indies, right? I remember like her arrival.
Yeah, she's a wrestler.
A bit of a deal.
Yes. Ren earned a title match by going to a draw last week. So this one was slow and boring. And Sugars ends up chasing the Dark State guys through the ring with the bat.
I saw that they kind of affected it.
So Ren takes out Cutler James, and then Zarya capitalizes with an F5 for the win. Ren and Kendall Gray are complaining to Stone later. Ren wants a rematch. This is where Stone announces a title unification, like I mentioned. I don't know. This was the second bad match in a row on this show, I thought. Zarya, again, just I never know what I'm going to get with her. And I don't think it's Ren's fault. She's pretty good. I think Zarya is just inconsistent, would be my guess right now. Third bad match in a row. Cam Hendricks defeats Mason Rook in 4 minutes. Hendricks, I see people are kind of high on him. He emotes and taunts a lot, but then doesn't really do wrestling.
He looks really basic from what I've seen.
He doesn't do wrestling. It's a lot of punchy, kicky, and like slam your head into the mat. And then Mason Rook's doing cool stuff as he does.
Mason Rook can do cool stuff.
He does.
He just like the look is less.
And then Hendricks pulls the turnbuckle cover. Actually, pretty well done. He got kind of ripped out of the corner. I didn't even notice. He just grabbed it.
I did.
Commentary pointed it out. He sends Rook into it almost immediately and hits his Showtime kick for the win. So Rook has gone from like they debuted this guy at the top of the card or in the mix when there was a vacuum there, and then now he's losing to Cam
dropped
Hendricks.
him out of it for no reason.
He's losing to a guy who doesn't do wrestling moves.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
When he's a guy who does do wrestling moves.
And as you said, Vanity Project talked to Robert Stone. Basically, it sets up if Drake wins a match next week of Stone's choosing, he gets a North American title shot at Bourne. Smokes and Baylor get a rematch against Bourne and Heights. Both those matches take place at Heatwave. So
not
again,
good for Bourne.
I'm assuming the tag match is first, right? And then maybe they retain or not, and then he's exhausted and loses the North American, I would guess. So Drake will face the returning Shiloh Hill. So he had a vignette again this week, and it's basically like he's Wolverine. The doctors have no idea how he's healed this quickly. And then they're going back to kind of the dark creepy because he's got like a bag full of like Jason masks and stuff. And he's even talking and taking off one mask and there's another underneath it.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he's got a bunch of masks in a bag in his shed or whatever it is.
Naturally.
So. Your boy Lucian Price got a singles match and beat a champion in his first singles match.
Was in less than 5 minutes.
He beat Lexus King in 4 minutes, but it was not for the title.
Well, I mean, he deserves the title then.
What is that? The lineal champion. He actually would have it. So he decides not to have Nima with him, which I'm like, why are you making him a stupid baby face? Birthright has like 5-6 people at ringside, and you're like, no, I'm good.
And he's mad at Price.
This is his backup plan.
Or he's mad at Nima for not being around, so he's like, no, don't be around, I guess. I don't know.
But somehow, and shouldn't it mean then that that's what cost him the match and he's stupid?
You'd think.
No, he wins anyways. He fights off Connors and Stacks throughout the match, wins with like a choke slam, sky high. I don't know what it is, but anyways, I thought he looked fine. Gets a win. But how weak is the Birthright? Like,
which sucks because they had such an interesting
they are absolutely Chase U now in terms of like where you are.
But Chase U at least
on the
had
card.
That charm and like they could kind of be elevated sometimes if you wanted to.
No, these guys are just heel version of them.
I feel like it's a lot easier to like shock elevate.
Where the hell's Kale Dixon, by the way?
He's unevolved. I think he's a heel now.
Oh yeah,
which sucks. Yeah, Kale Dixon was cool.
He is cool. Jada Parker and Thea Hale are bonding in the locker room. Thea wants to face Natty. Jada's going to be there to support her, and they hug. And it is still a bit odd to see Jada Parker like so smiling, friendly baby face.
Like you're almost.
I'm not saying she's not good at it. It's just jarring.
You're almost waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I don't think so. I think that we're getting a run of this odd couple, like girl next door and seasoned. Like woman of the streets or whatever, right? I think we're getting this little odd couple. We'll see where
I guess like odd couple thing. But I mean, you could turn eventually.
You could. They will. Every tag team, that's where it ends up eventually. But I don't think it'll be anytime soon. Main event was the number 1 contenders match. Grayson Waller taking on Cruz Montana. Vic does call Montana Santana at least once. Then he has to be like, oh, you hit him so hard. I thought he changed back to his old or something.
Because that makes sense.
Right. Decent action between the two, but it ends in a no contest. Exciting main event, no contest. After 13 minutes because Zilla Fatu, who they just assume everybody knows who this dude is. And like, I've heard of him, but I don't know, man. Like, cool, I guess. It's another.
Honestly, most people be like, oh, it's another Bloodline guy.
Another Bloodline dude shows up.
It's another Bloodline guy.
He ends up hitting like superstar or kind of Umaga looking splashes to both of them, actually, Waller and Cruz Montana. And then Tony D was on commentary for I forgot to write it down. It was also Vic tossing stuff to Tony D and Tony D not listening and basically saying he's there to watch, or I don't know, put him on commentary, and when he's asked to say things he just refuses. So that was a good move, but he's just basically there for Zilla to say like, I'm gonna be the new champ, whatever he said to him. So
4-way.
This is who Stone was talking on the phone. I didn't mention it, but there were segments where he's been talking to somebody about coming.
I did see that. I thought it was speculating maybe he'd bring in Takahashi for Evil, but
so it was an impactful debut for sure. And it made it clear, like, we're inserting this guy at the top of the roster, right?
Which I guess they kind of need right now.
They do. I don't know anything about him. He's not like he has a super impressive look.
He doesn't. I know he is finished. I know he does like a Superman Samoan spike, which is kind of cool, but
That's cool. He was booked to look really strong here, so I'm going to reserve judgment just because I don't know who he is. But do you think we're getting a triple threat for a number one contender or straight to a 4-way?
maybe for a 4-way, just because the other guys got screwed. They usually justified title matches by attacking people like they did with Naraku's
Zilla just
rematch.
gets one immediate. His first match will be it.
Honestly, might be. They did that with Von Wagner.
Is he?
And then Zilla, like, he could have a title shot without losing.
True.
Waller, unfortunately, probably takes a loss in that 4-way.
You think they go Santana?
Not necessarily.
I can't think they'd keep it on Tony.
I just don't think Waller wins.
Yeah, I think
Santana's the next best option, but
I feel like a heel champ we need, like going from Tony to Santana.
I don't disagree.
I think we need a heel.
Didn't Tony win in a 4-way from Hendricks? It was Tony, Hendry.
Maybe Zilla wins.
I think Saints and Page. I hope not.
Like right off, they just think that he's the biggest thing ever.
I mean, he's Bloodline and he was big on the Indies, so
we'll see. But anyways, they definitely. I will say NXT seems to have noticed, yes, the men's division is lacking and we need to get people in. It's whether you think bringing in like Grayson Waller and Zilla Fatu are the way to go. But
I think Waller, yes.
Yeah, and we'll see Zilla. Like, jury's out. I don't know. I've never seen him do anything before this week. So definitely had an impact, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I think that's it for NXT and everything for the week, because SmackDown has not happened.
And I don't care.
No. So we're going to wrap up 317 right there. Appreciate you taking some time out of your week to join us and listen to us talk about the world of wrestling. We'll be back next week to do pretty much the same thing. We hope to see you back here next Saturday for, what is that, 318?
318.
And until then, everybody, take care.